and today we're going to do a story time. It's been a while since I did one, so I figured why not do one. Also, by the way, if things get like dark and light in between the video, it's cloudy outside, just like now. It's cloudy outside and I can't do anything about that, so it's annoying. I know, it's been annoying me before I press record. Just want to say that. So today I figured I'd do a story time about, is it embarrassing? No, not to me, not in that case. To me it's like, it wasn't embarrassing, but it was like, it doesn't count as embarrassing to me. To someone else, yes. To me it's like, it was just an awkward moment, but it's like, cause it's like I didn't get in trouble for it. That's the thing. I didn't get in trouble for it. So today I want to tell you guys the story of how my mother found my porn video. So this happened when I was like in 3rd grade, about to go to 4th grade. So like that time period. So I was in 3rd grade. It was lunchtime. Today was our day to eat in our classroom, because usually because our school was so big, we had so many students, we all couldn't fit in the cafeteria because the cafeteria was small. So some days we eat in the cafeteria, some days we eat in the classroom. And today was the day we ate in the classroom. The teacher in the class went to lunch, went downstairs to get their lunch to come back to the classroom. My friend was like, hey, can I show you something? I was like, yeah, sure, what's up? So he was like, well,
there was a movie that I found in my mom and dad's room, and I wanted to see if you kind of understood what it was. Like, cause I don't get it.
I'm like, sure. Like, I'll watch it. He grabs his backpack from beside him. So he digs in it and he pulls out a porn DVD.
He's like, I watched it, but I don't get it.
So I figured he didn't know about like the human body parts. I guess he didn't learn that yet, because I already knew about that. Because I know nowadays a lot of people think, oh, health class, wait until like the kids are older. But no, teach them while they're young so they can understand how their body works. And that's how it was for me. I had a health class at a very early age. So like I learned about the human body like early than most kids. So I took the DVD, put it in my book bag. Class came back, we ate lunch, day went on, blah, blah, blah. So I went home that night, like late at night, like the middle of the night. I was like, great, let me see what his confusion is. Put it in my DVD player and I played it. Let me just skim through it. Like, I'm not surprised at any of this stuff. I've seen movies, I've seen the late night version of HBO. You know, remember back in the day when HBO used to do like the late night stuff at like 1 o'clock in the morning? Yeah. So I was like, okay, great, this is nothing new to me. I already know what this is. So I wasn't surprised. I wasn't like, what is this? Like, no, I learned about this already. Not sex. I knew what body parts were, but I didn't know what sex was. So it's like, I had like half the knowledge. Like I knew what sex looked like according to like movies and like TV shows sometimes, but I never knew what it was called. Cause now that I think about it, my first ever sex scene that I saw was actually Brad and Chucky. You know that scene where like Chucky and Tiffany killed that couple in the hotel room?
Yeah, baby, come on. Yeah, come on.
And then Chucky proposes and gives Tiffany a ring.
Tiffany, will you be my bride?
There's like a whole sex scene with like 2 dolls.
Have you got a rubber?
Have I got a rubber?
Yeah.
Tiff,
What?
look at me. I'm all rubber.
Oh, that's right. Wait, I thought you were plastic.
That was the first sex scene I ever saw. I was like, huh, I didn't know he had body parts. I was confused, but yet kind of like, I guess this is a part of the story. But anyway, that's not the point. So I'm like fast forwarding through the movie. You know, I've seen like, okay, great. There's a prison scene, there's a space scene, there's a cowboy scene. There's a scene where a woman's like choking on food and now she's like giving oral. How does that work? It was weird. It was a really weird movie. It's like, yeah, we're in prison. Oh, Mr. Officer. Oh, don't touch me. and then we came from that to like, oh, Mr. Cowboy. Oh, touch me. Like, it was weird. It had no storyline. As if that matters. It had no story. But I remember every scene. You know, we came from that to like, oh, help me, I'm like about to die. Touch my body. It was like, what? And then like, oh, we're in space and stuff. Oh, I'm lacking oxygen. What can I do? Ugh. It made no sense. So I watched it, I was like, okay, great. Does he not know about like body parts? Is that why he's confused? Because I was like, okay, well, is this like a educational video or something? A really bad educational video, but it's educational, I guess. So I took out the DVD player and I was like, great. I'm just gonna go to school tomorrow and just tell him how dumb he is, and I'll take it back to him tomorrow. Oh, now I must have like lighten up my face. So I remember I got up in the morning, I was getting ready to go to school, and my mom's like,
What are you getting dressed for?
I'm like, I have to go to school. She's like,
No, school's closed. It's a holiday.
I'm like, oh, I'm stuck with this. That was the first thing that popped in my head, like, oh, I'm stuck with this. Okay, we'll just keep out of plain sight. That was my plan. But that backfired. Time went on during the day, and my mom was like,
Oh, I just remembered your teacher called me yesterday about a permission slip. Where is it so I can sign it?
I'm like, okay, let me go find it. Looked in my book bag, it wasn't in there. Looked in my room, I was like, oh, I can't find it. I don't have it, I guess. So I went to go tell her, I was like, hey, I don't have my permission slip. She's like, are you sure? Look again. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. But she's like, look again. I'm like, fine, whatever. I think this field trip was important. Yeah, because this field trip was like a grade. We had to like go to a museum or something for a grade. She was like,
Well, there's no way you can't have it. Your teacher gave it to you yesterday. She just told me that when she called. Where is it?
I'm like, I don't know. She's like,
Well, I'll come help you find it.
I'm like, no thanks. I also forgot to mention, when I found that I didn't have school, and I was like, great, I have this DVD in the house. I had to do something to hide it. So I used to have like a bed that had like drawers underneath it. So I like pulled out one of the drawers, put the movie like against like the headboard in the back, and put the drawer back in. So it was like behind the drawer underneath the bed. So anyway, fast forward to when we look for the permission slip. So I'm looking around, I'm like, great, I checked everywhere, but just keep looking, I guess, for the moment. You know, just pretend, even though I know it's probably at school, but don't let her look under the bed. Like, don't let her check the drawers in the bed. I had to go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom, I came back, and she was checking the second drawer, because it was like 3. So she checked the first one, and she was checking the second one, and there was that last drawer at the end. I'm like, great. What is gonna happen? Like I said, I wasn't like worried about anything, because like, I was just like, great, I don't want her to find this, because this is gonna be like weird. So I wasn't like worried, like, oh, what's gonna happen? Like, oh, this is gonna be like crazy. I'm like, no, this is gonna be awkward. I don't want her to find it. So she checks the last drawer. She didn't think about pulling the drawer out until like she checked the drawers again to make sure, because I had like a lot of stuff in the drawers. It was really cluttery. And she's like,
Well, maybe it fell behind the drawers.
so she took out the first drawer, took out the second drawer, and took out the last one. She's like,
Oh, you left the movie back here.
I'm like, no. So she pulled it out, she looked at it, she's like,
What is this?
and I'm like, what? She's like,
What is this doing in your room?
so in my head I was like, great, an awkward situation that could have been avoided is not avoided. What now? And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like,
In my hand, what is this?
I'm like, a DVD?
I see that. Why is it in your room? Why is this type of DVD in your room?
I don't know. It just got there. I don't know.
If you don't tell me where this came from, in a few hours you're getting your ass whooped. I'm giving you some time to give me an answer. Figure it out.
How do I explain this? So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I have to come up with something. Either that or just tell the truth. But I didn't want to, because I didn't want to get my friend in trouble. So I was like, great, I know where it came from. She's like,
Where did it come from?
it came from school.
Where from school?
I'm like, the janitor. I don't know why I picked him. She's like,
The janitor.
I'm like, yeah, the janitor. He gave it to me. He must have put it in my book bag when I was looking. When he was cleaning the classrooms and I left my book bag in there. He probably left it in there. So I guess that's his.
So you want me to believe that this is the janitor's?
Absolutely.
I don't believe that. So, like I said, you have a few more hours to tell me the answer, or else you're in trouble.
I'm like, I just told you. What else do you want to know? So then I went back in my room. So now I'm like, great. Do I tell my friend? Do I like come up with another lie? I mean, I thought my first one was pretty good. So I'm surprised that didn't work. But I was like, well, what can I do now? I was like, I don't want to get my friend in trouble. You know, like he might be mad at me. You know, back in 3rd grade, friendships were important. If I betray my friend, that's it. We're done. So I was like, great. I guess I just have to tell. And if he has a problem with it, I guess he does. So I was like, great. I'll tell you what it comes from.
Where did it come from?
I'm like, okay, it came from my friend.
What friend?
And I told her his name.
Oh! It came from him.
I'm like, yeah, it came from him. It's his.
I'll call his mother and ask her about this. She's gonna know what I'm talking about?
I'm like, yeah, probably. But yeah, she's gonna know about it. His mother and my mother, they were friends. So she calls his mother like,
Hey, Miss Johnson, you know, how you doing? Woo, woo, woo. I got a question to ask you.
I'm gonna guess her replies, because I don't know what she said. I couldn't hear the phone call. I only heard one side. Yeah, what's going on? What's the question?
Well, my son has a porn DVD in his room.
What? Oh my god, what is he doing with that? He's only like in 3rd grade. He's a child.
Yeah, I know, it makes no sense either. But he said it came from your son. And I was calling you to see if that was the case.
Oh. From my son?
Yes, from your son, is what he said.
Hold on. And then it was just silence. She came back to the phone. I'm guessing this is what she said. I looked around in my room and that movie that me and my husband have in our collection is missing.
So are you saying that this is yours?
Yeah, that's our making baby movie. And I think I know exactly who took it.
Oh, it was one of your sons.
She had 2 sons. Well, I guess so. But I know which one. Even though there's 2 of them, I know which one took it.
Well, I guess my son's telling the truth. I'm sorry this has happened.
It's okay. I'll either whoop both of my kids or one of my kids, depending on who knew what. Because I was standing right there when she called her. So she was like,
So, I guess you were telling the truth.
I was like, yeah.
Well, why did you have it?
I had it because he said he saw it and he was confused about it.
But did you watch it?
I'm like, yes.
So what do you think it is?
I'm like, video on body parts?
Oh, you think it's like an educational video?
I'm like, yes. She was like,
well, it's not. It's completely inappropriate for somebody your age. But it's good that you are aware of what the video has, but it's not appropriate for you, and I need you to understand that. But since you told the truth, you can keep your TV, but you can't go outside for like a week.
I barely go outside as it is, but I guess, sure.
If your friend offers you something like this again, say no. But if you take it and you bring it back in this house, I will slap you in your face.
So then she's like, great, get out, that's it. And that was the whole entire experience. So like I said, it wasn't like an embarrassing moment, it was more like an awkward moment, you know? It was like, how do I explain this as a 3rd grader? Like, what do I do? You know? How do you explain that as a child, that you have like a porn DVD in your room? You couldn't, there was no way to explain it, you know? I didn't get in trouble for it, but my friend did.
My mom punished me for like 3 weeks, and she whipped me, and she took away my toys and my games, and like, why did you tell?
Well, because I wasn't the one who did something wrong. If I did something wrong, I wouldn't say a word. But it's like, well, if I'm protecting myself and keeping myself in great standards of being the perfect child, I want to do what I can. I'm not getting blamed for something I didn't do. So that was my purpose, and I did that. But I guess the reason why she was like so like nonchalant about it, I guess, I was learning body parts at a young age. So she probably just thought like, well, he doesn't know exactly what it is, but he knows just the body, but he doesn't know what's happening with 2 different bodies, you know? So I guess this is why she wasn't like so angry about it. It's like, well, he thinks he's learning. Hopefully you enjoyed my awkward experience. Because I sure did enjoy sharing it. So, yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make sure you thumbs up, comment down below, and tell me, what would you do in this situation if you were a parent and your child had a porn movie or porn anywhere in your house and they hid it from you and you found it? What would you do? If you're a return subscriber, hey, welcome back, friend. Hopefully you have better hiding spots than I do, because mine were terrible, obviously, you can tell. If you're a new subscriber / watcher, hi, welcome to Heymickey, I'm Mickey, and talk to your kids at a young age about sex in the human body. So then that way it's less awkward. You know? If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because every time you subscribe, I become a little more magical. And if you want to be notified every time I put out a video, make sure you hit that bell notification to be in the loop. Maybe you could be first. So as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye.
You're the one that I love.